Welcome to Preserving Our Oral History. Today we're featuring Julian Kattow, well known as Mighty Pakuri.
Good morning. My name is Julian Kattow, well known as the Mighty Pakuri. I was born and grew in St. Cuthbert's Mission. I originally is the Arawak tribe. I go to school in St. Cuthbert's up to primary level. I never had the opportunity to step up because of financial constraints with my parents. However, during school days, I was interested in music, and we had music class after subjects. We started out under one of the Starapple tree that is just obliquely to the village office and at present the village Benab. However, during school, primary school, my teacher was Mr. Leland Kwenkian, still around, and he was a part of the school choir. From the school choir, we started out in church during we had Sunday school and church service on Sundays. The St. Cuthbert's Anglican Church, and the school also was St. Cuthbert's Anglican Primary School. However, I had the opportunity to work with the school choir or the church choir, I would say, and I started out at the age of um, 10 years. I started out my music from the age of 10. I never learned about music, especially in instrument. I was a self-taught, and up to now still a self-taught. I had worked with after the school choir or the church choir. I had the opportunity to work with one of the four string band, musical string band in the village. The name of that band was the Blue Note. That was directly strings instrument, violin. We had one of our elders, Mr. Richard Ferreira, very well known as Uncle Cooliman. He was a violinist, and we had Uncle Cristiani Oselmo, one of the guitarists. We had Pastor Leon, who is Pastor Leon right now, Leon Williams. He was our maraca. We had three maraca. We had Uncle Arthur Kattow, and we had another young chap. I can't remember his name. However, our banjo man was Titus Daniels. We used to call him Uncle Titus. He was one of the main man into the band leading. However, I had my opportunity starting out from holding the guitar at age 10, between 10 and 11 with Uncle Cristiani Oselmo. And from that very day, I had never, I had never looked back in any direction, just heading to with music or with the first instrument I had with the guitar. Um, During those time, my father, who obtained a little bit of cash, he purchased first instrument for me. That's what they call it quattro. The ukulele banjo, some call it the ukulele, but we call it the quattro. It's a four-string shaped like a guitar and bring out good music or good songs. However, from there I started out and keep stepping up. I had the opportunity to own my own guitar at a very tender age, around age 13. And then my brother, the brother just before me, that's what they call solo right now, or Mighty Sheba. He become the next guitarist. So we form ourselves as a group of two brothers, and we play the two guitar or both guitar. I do the leading, and he do the bass and the rhythm. From there on, we never turn back from music up to this day. I continue, and after getting the opportunity to write and bring out my own songs, I never give up of writing. I keep writing, and today I'm the producer of 10 songs. I have my own CD or my own album, and preparing a new album directly with the Arawak Lokuno music. I had the opportunity to travel on two occasions to Canada to perform on the Guyana, Canada. They had Independent Festival over in Canada, and I performed there with myself and some other artists from different areas. And also had the opportunity to travel with my very same teacher that taught me in school and who is a music teacher. And today he's still around. We had the opportunity to travel to Canada, Scarborough. We performed on three stages and three concerts rather, and we did well. We successful in whatever we went to do there and showcasing the Arawak Lokuno music and dance. Um, During the time of getting music, or getting into the music, I never go to any voice training. I never go to no music lesson. It's a few years now I've been interacting or getting in touch with Guyana School of Music, where I try to improve some more things that I had wanted to do. At presently, I'm trying to engineer my own beats. I also play the keyboard. I engineer my own beats, create my own beats to fulfill music. And basically, what I wanted to do is to preserve the Lokuno music or the Lokuno culture. And I wanted to do music, sending out messages in the Lokuno music. I'm still around today. I'm 60 years of age, and sorry to tell you that from before, I'm still in the verge of creating music. Not too long ago, I have done one into the recording studio. On-chain melody, I use the on-chain melody beat, but I try to connect it with the Lokuno or the Arawak lyrics. I have promised to move forward into preserving or reviving the Lokuno language and music. I'm still waiting on some sponsors and to see whatever could be the reality. Yeah, well, the languages is about basically reviving the easy language that's actually could take you or started out from like nursery. I had interact with the ministry also, and we had mentioned about or we working on getting the music into the school curriculum. But definitely it's to start out from, I would say, nursery, because the little ones could learn, could start picking up, because if you notice now that our language has been going down rapidly, I would say rapidly, because if we cannot do it in music, especially at shows and concerts or whatever events we have, we wouldn't encourage the new generation to start getting back into the Lokuno music or Lokuno culture. Oh, my small days, yes, growing up in the village, our village central is right where the Benab is, the office and the little surrounding. I could remember some places like Grandmother Charlotte is still around at our place. We have Auntie Shirley Daniels still at our place. Um, Growing up in the village, it was real fun. We used to, especially in those times, we never had well. I could remember one of the water well was drilled at the back of Auntie Charlotte's yard, and that was fun to know. In those days, we start thinking how you're getting water out of the earth. But our basic bathing spot was at the village landing in the morning hours and in the afternoon, because you had to head to the landing to go and get yourself prepared for school, and in the afternoon to get the water to drink and to do the normal kitchen uses. But in those days, that was fun. I could remember going to school. One of my school pants was wet, and immediately my grandmother sew a pants, a hand sewing with needle and thread, and she put a rubber in the waist, and in minutes I had a fresh school pants, and we used to call it the rubber waist school pants. It was fun, you know. We used to go on weekends. We used to go and catch with fish. We used to go and hunting, sometimes just around the villages. The area wasn't expanded as in those times, you know. It was really nice. It was really nice. In those days, we had our grandparents, our elders used to sit and tell us stories about the old Higue. You know, when you see a light coming from the western side, it's old Higue coming, and they used to tell you about the rankness and the water mother. You know, those days, like now that women, when women have their monthly, you know, you can't swim in the water because it create a lot of problem with the water spirits. And it's true that used to happen, but today, you know, people just don't look in that direction or be caution. um uh Awara, in Awara season, we used to go and choose our Awara, and you know, we had little sirihi, what we call sirihi, or line cut into these Awara trees to choose, or to get the right one, the real Awara, because you have the Awara is not, some is not sweet, some is not ready to, you know, consume. So we used to go and look directly. Whitey, we used to go on the whitey tree. Sometimes in the area, our grandparents pinpoint the whitey tree, and we go and we sling. We play what we call catcher. We do monkey jump. We hang down, sling down, and grab the whitey, and we pack it in the bag. But if in those days, if we go and we go without permission, we coming home and getting some serious lashes, because not like now you're just picking up yourself and you go wherever you go, because that is what actually I see taking place in the village. And we was enjoy was nice time, enjoyable time. We used to really enjoy our time. Jamun season, we used to go and full, sometime bucket. Sometimes if we run out of bucket, we don't have the right amount of container we use, we short. And if we put it in, we short. And when we come home now, we got to expect couple lashes. But we get accustomed to that. Oh yeah, with the old hike story. Well, the place what they use, what they call, right now where on Neil, or the secondary school locate, or in the scheme area, which is the presently scheme area right now. The That area was kind of bushy, right where the Janet's houses. They used to call it Pigeon Island. I could remember in those days. And when during the night, when you see the bright light, or what they call it, fireball, my grandparents or the elders in the village, because the village wasn't so big at them time. The village was just a circle, as I mentioned, coming back from Auntie Irene area, coming around through where Denny's is. I could remember that was the outskirt, coming around through the burial ground, and then through where Uncle Light, or Maki resident is right now. That was the kind of central. That was the outskirt of the forest people living there. Or I can't say forest because it had other people before. But when our house was at where Lorena shop is at presently, the supermarket. So my grandmother was at where Brookie is at right now. You have grandfather Eldred is where um, just at the side of Darmo fence going back to Auntie Charlotte. That was grandfather Eldred, and you had the Dundas used to live where the library is at presently. You had what we used to call she, Mama D. Mama D. Then you had coming around Auntie Shirley. You had Uncle Edmond right in front of Auntie Shirley house. And then coming around, you had the Henrys them. Then you had the Miss Bev grandfather. They used to live coming back around Brother Orn area. So it was just a circle. And they had enough time, especially like they know the time when this old high coming in. So they gather at our place, our area. Oh, Auntie Agatha used to live there. Just in front. Let me see. Auntie Agatha used to live just in front, the end of the health center fence. My uncle used to live right where the health center is at presently, where the doctor station. He used to live there. So it was a circle used to gather, and when I see this light coming in, they used to say, y'all be careful. Well, they used to talk in the language, the Arawak language. Y'all be careful, old high coming in. So the brave one, like my grandfather Eldred, and well, most of them were brave, and they used to, while this light coming, they used to move what they call Pigeon Island, as where Uncle Neil Henry is now. So they used to wait there with a shotgun, and some of them with the arrow and bow, and you know, but maybe it's because of their kind of life, the spiritual life. They never used to meet like human. They used to come and the place used to rank, smell real high, and they used to carry rice, the dry rice, and used to shite around the area. But they tried to work and get rid of it before I turned adult, and so we get accustomed to that now. When you see a light coming, you hear no song. Excuse me. When you see a light coming, you say it's a plane or a helicopter. But when you see a light moving just like that, you always remember, oh gosh, old light coming. But I never find that if it's still existing, but the old folks, some of the old folks passed away, so maybe they could, they could hint that up to now what is really taking place, because as we start getting modern, we improving in the different life standard. We try to improve, because to this day, look how much vehicle we got here. Old like might not hear the song or smell the fuel smell. But that was it. Like in the river, the river used to, certain places you can't catch too much of fish, and that was we had lived. I could still remember in the Maduni area. My grandmother she did tell us a story where they used to catch fish in a bay that's going through the Mahaika to reach where Borty station. Um, I can't remember the bay in Arawak, but is a white lake. It's a white lake, but going through the river, but it's a white lake, and the water used to clear then. And so when you're fishing now, if you throw line and you're catching night fish for day fish, remember if you're catching day fish, it's like patwa, huri, yarrow, sunfish, and so forth, carb and so. But if you start picking up night fish now, like imiri and um, laukidi and waridero, these are night fish sometimes, right? And when you start picking them up, is a signal. Is a signal of you're catching too much of fish one place. So my grandmother did tell me a story about the water start boiling, like when pots start boiling water, and in a couple of minutes the water starts circling and it turned like a cone shape. It become like a cone shape and turning. Now they had to hurry and paddle away, because any moment that was kind of submerging you. And she said about 10 minutes away when I'm paddling, you hear something go off like a bomb. And there is in a straight point, and so where the see this base, the water shoot up like 75 feet average. The water just circle and shoot off like a cannon, and then burst into sprinkles. But she said that was dangerous. That was danger point because any moment they could, be taken away. So they used to call it water mumma or water mother. But I never really, you know, encountered those things, sceneries. But to this day, I still believe it still have things, but people never observe those things. The strings them broke. The next guitar, he get a crack. Yeah, well, most of my music is basically, as I mentioned before, most of my music is about Arawak, the food, the life, the kind of fish we have inside in the rivers. Um, excuse me. At presently, I trying to um trying to put at least two together. I'm working on the trying to get a national anthem into Arawak. But as I mentioned, I need some support. Like especially the language teacher. I have to get on to Sorliland to see how we could start formulate it. Even though I prepare some of the lines, some of the lyrics, some of the writing, I still needed to bring it out professional. In a professional music. Um, Other than that, I have other music that I already prepared, but the recording studio, they take a lot of money from especially local artists. So I had informed someone about getting more upgraded keyboard so we could make our beats right here. And I also want to encourage other young artists. I had chat with two of them, and they really interested to get into this music, especially in the Lokono language. Um, the the music, the music. I We didn't do much last year heritage. Only one still in the verge of finishing, but we have more we want to complete. I talked to the two guy, and we wanted to complete it before this year heritage, so that we could give everything into Arawak. There mustn't be no English inside. That's basically about the music. Let me just give a piece inside me. Just without the instrument. Like this song is the things that we like. The things is a daily thing about food and about our daily lives. Um, Tua matali de anshika kaya. Tua matali de anshika kaya. Danshika tutokoma. Kento arsoka. Danshika tutokoma. Kento arsoka. Danshika talokiji. Tokeli lokoji. And um, that song had I had done one of the jingles, the September Heritage Month jingles, but I had become second. 2 years ago, I have done Today's Our Day in Arawak, and I had become number one. I win the competition. In fact, I went two competition in the September Heritage jingles. Um, the last one that I win was Today's Our Day. Lukuna kanaba, lukuna kanaba, tanoto ay kasakabo sa hubosa Hamaro wamoka, hamaro wamoka, lukuna hakanaba, lukuna hakanaba, tanoto ay kasakaboho, bechaha kanakwa, bechaha kanakwa, get up, rise up, my people.
Thank you to all the donors that made this project possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Until the next time.
Tua matali de anshika kaya. Tua matali de anshika. De anshika kaya. Da anshika tatukuma. Kentu arsuka da anshika tatukuma. Kentu arsuka danshika talokiji tukeli lukoji danshika talokiji tukeli lukoji tuamatali de anshika de anshika kaya tuamatali de anshika kaya. Get next one. Lukuna kanaba Lukuna kanaba Tano tawai kasakobo neke wosaha Neke wosaha Neke wosaha Neke wosaha To payuro kona Ken sawa ataha Sawa ataha Sawa ataha Sawa ataha Lukuna kanaba Lukuna kanaba Tano tawai kasakobo Neke wosaha Neke wosaha Neke wosaha to payaro kona ken sawa ataha Neke wosaha Neke wosaha to hachidwara kona ken sawa kotaha sawa kotaha sawa kotaha Neke wosaha Neke wosaha to rika rika kona ken sawa benaha sawa benaha sawa benaha sawa benaha. Rika rika is violin and the bina is dance. That is the one of the when the jingles do the jingles and become successful.